Good morning, students. This is your geography class, and today we are going to start our second chapter, that is atmosphere. We will cover here introduction of atmosphere and composition of the atmosphere, and the second is the structure of the atmosphere, your types of layer like troposphere, stratosphere, thermosphere, mesosphere, and exosphere. First of all, I am going to tell you what is atmosphere. The the vast blanket of air which is surrounding the earth is known as the atmosphere. It is roughly estimated that the upper limit of the atmosphere reaches up to a height of about 10,000 kilometers from the surface of the earth. The atmosphere is held close to the earth by the force of gravity. About 50% of the total mass of the air is found within 5 kilometers from the earth's surface. The density of air decreases as one goes to higher altitudes, so it is hard to breathe as one goes up. There are some characteristics also. The atmosphere protects us from the harmful effect of the sun rays. The life on earth depend on the atmosphere for its survival. The atmosphere has oxygen and nitrogen gases. It helps in retaining the warmth on the earth. It helps in the circulation of water vapor. Without this vast blanket of air called the atmosphere, we could be baked alive by the extreme heat of the sun during the daytime and would be frozen during the night time. The air around the earth has made it a unique planet, as the temperature on the earth is suitable for the growth of life. This is now I am going to tell you composition of the atmosphere. You can see this is a figure of your composition of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a mixture of many gases like dust particle, smoke, water vapor, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, helium or hydrogen, etc. It varies from place to place and also from season to season. In the lower layer, the composition of dry air is uniform. Nitrogen and oxygen are the two main gases. You can see here nitrogen has 78% and oxygen has 21% gases in the atmosphere, and others are 1% like carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon, hydrogen, etc. Dust particle, water vapor. Verifying quantity of dust particle and water vapor. So nitrogen, for the nitrogen is colorless insert gas, is the most abundant gas and account for about 78% of the clean dry air. Nitrogen, a colorless inert gas, dilute the oxygen and shows down the process of oxidation. Plants need nitrogen for their survival. They cannot use it directly and obtain it from the soil. Oxygen is the second most important gas in the atmosphere. It's about 21% of the clean dry air. All living beings need it for breathing purpose. The share of oxygen in the atmosphere remains constant as the plant produce oxygen during photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is needed by the plant for their survival. Human beings and animals release carbon dioxide. The balance of CO2 in the atmosphere is being distributed by the increased burning of fossil fuels like coal and petroleum, and the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere depends upon the temperature. Water vapor is added to the atmosphere by evaporation from the ocean, sea, lake, river, etc. and transpiration from the vegetation as well as from respiration of the animals. Water vapor is responsible for all forms of condensation and precipitation. You can see here this and the one more thing, the atmosphere also has a large amount of fine dust particle, salt particle, pollens from plant, ash from volcanic eruptions, smoke from fires, etc. And these particles act as nuclei for the water vapor to form raindrops around them. They also scatter the sun's radiation during sunrise and sunset. This is your structure of the atmosphere. You can see here nowadays a satellite knowledge about the atmosphere is made available to us by radars and satellites. The temperature द सिस्टमेटिकली अगर देखा जाए तो रेडार्स और सैटेलाइट के थ्रू हम अपने एटमॉस्फेयर को बेटर जानते हैं. द टेम्परेचर एंड द डेंसिटी ऑफ एयर वेरी नॉट ओनली फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस बट ऑल्सो फ्रॉम सीजन टू सीजन, एज आई टोल्ड यू in the starting of this chapter. The atmosphere has a layered structure. You can see here the upper layer processes down the lower layer. The upper layer are less dense than the lower layer. It is established that about 90% of the total mass of the atmosphere and height of about 20 km from the earth's surface, and it can be divided into 5 layers starting from the earth. The first one is your troposphere, second is your stratosphere, third is your mesosphere, and then thermosphere, and the last one is your exosphere. Now the first one is your troposphere. This layer is most important layer of the atmosphere. It is the lowest and densest layer, and the height varies from about 8 km to the poles to about 18 km near the equator. 3/4 of the total mass of the atmosphere is found in this layer. The characteristics are the air which we can breathe is available only in this layer. In this layer, the temperature of the air decreases with the increase in height. Almost all the types of weather phenomena like rainfall, fog, clouds, hailstorms, etc. occurs in this layer. The water vapor and dust particle are found only in this layer. This layer is heated more from below than from above, and the upper limit of the troposphere is known as tropopause. You can see here, this is a structure of the atmosphere. This is your troposphere, and this is your troposphere. You can see here, this is your troposphere, and this line is your tropopause. Then that is your stratosphere. This layer lies above the tropopause and extend up to height of about 50 km from the sea level. One more thing, from the ground to the height, the temperature always on the troposphere, the temperature becomes decrease, and here the stratosphere it remains same. This layer and the temperature in this layer part of the layer is mostly constant. The air is generally thin, cold and dry here. And the most important things, the stratosphere is almost free from various weather phenomena, and the lower part is comparatively free from water vapor and dust particle. So the lower part of the stratosphere is ideal for flying the jet aircraft. and the upper limit of the stratosphere is known as stratopause. The significant features of the stratosphere is presence of ozone layer. Ozone layer can absorb the incoming ultraviolet rays from the solar radiation. Scientists have observed that there is a decline in the thickness of the ozone layer, and this is the root cause of global warming. The third point is your mesosphere. This is your mesosphere. This layer lies above the stratosphere and extend up to the height of about 90 km from the sea level. And here the temperature in this layer decreases with height and reaches up to minus 110 degree Celsius. It is the coldest layer in the atmosphere. Meteors burn in this layer on entering from the space, and the upper limit of the mesosphere is known as mesopause. Here the temperature from the mesopause onward, the temperature increase. Now the fourth one is your thermosphere. Thermosphere extend height of about 400 km from the sea, and the temperature increases with the increase in height. The ionosphere is the part of the layer, and it is electrically charged particle that is called ions, IONS. The ions reflect the radio waves back to the earth's surface, and this enable us to have wireless communication. And the last one is your exosphere, EXOSPHERE. Exosphere, it is lies between 400 kilometer to 1500 kilometer, and the air is very thin, as the main gases here are hydrogen and helium. In this layer the temperature increase with height and may reach 5000 degree Celsius, and this layer merge gradually with the interplanetary space. And the importance of, now the last point is importance of the atmosphere. The atmosphere protect us from the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. It control the extreme temperature during the daytime and night time through the greenhouse effect, and protect us from the meteors coming toward the earth from the outer space. And the air has weight and exert pressure. Being pressed down, it always remains in contact with the land and water, and the gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide have made life possible on this earth. Sound wave can only travel through the air, and the energy of the sun has made the atmospheric dynamic. The ionosphere help us in wireless and long distance communication, and the and the change in the weather conditions is exclusively due to the presence of the atmosphere. The sound wave can travel only through the atmosphere, and and the exosphere is the uppermost layer where the air is thin and it merges into the interplanetary space. Now your chapter is finished now, so revise this chapter and read this chapter. Thank you so much.